Hi guys, Lori here. So I'm doing my car video of the week. So we were talking about speculative fiction this week. I kind of have mixed feelings about speculative fiction. I'm open-minded. I have read some good speculative fiction before. I read The Hunger Games. I really liked that. Back in the day, I did read Twilight, even though it wasn't the best book written ever. I did get into that world of loving Twilight. But as far as within the realm of sci-fi or speculative fiction, I should say, because I'm not a real sci-fi fan. Maybe in film and on TV shows, I love sci-fi, but when it's reading it, I tend to get lost. And usually that is because of the point of view or about world building. Now, we've read a little bit about world building this week, about how the person that wrote that article said a lot of times speculative fiction writers will get lost in creating their world. They can draw maps. They can spend all of this time on who's running the world, who's in power, who's not in power, this social dynamics. Is there racism going on? Is there different races of characters, that kind of thing? So different ethnicities. I mean, it could, speculative fiction can go literally anywhere, and oftentimes it can get really confusing as far as learning about that world. A lot of times writers will get lost in it and forget to actually write a story with a protagonist, beginning, middle, and end, conflict, that kind of thing. So I have a tendency to get lost in that, so I don't really read a lot of speculative fiction, except for some speculative fiction that tends to be within young adult fiction. I don't know, I love young adult fiction. That's what I'm surrounded by as being a teacher, so that's technically the view that I'm looking at it from. But as far as the world building, I could see how definitely speculative fiction writer can get lost in that. I have read a little bit of Stephen King. Most of that was horror, again with that speculative fiction horror blend. I've read Harry Potter, so that would be like the speculative fiction fantasy blend. As far as the story that we read this week, it's I hate to say it, but I am finding myself liking the second person point of view a little bit better, but I did find myself having to read this a few times because I kept getting lost. Nobody can do second person point of view better than David Leviathan, and that's the book I'm reading for this class, so I kind of have a little bit of a bias. But anyway, that's my opinion on speculative fiction. Can't wait to hear more from you.